Hello, everyone. Your girl Tay here from Let's Talk Wild, bringing you another, live. Some more animal news, honey. We are in it for the long haul. This time we have scientists. They want us to eat, more python, more snakes. So we're going to talk about this research that was published this month, talking about python farming, the possibility of, what's going on, what's going to happen. Oh, my internet is acting crazy, honey. I thought I restarted you. Don't get crazy now. Let's not. I will restart this live. Let's not do it. Okay. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to Let's Talk Wild here on YouTube, on all podcasting platforms. You could check out the podcast on all podcasting platforms where I talk about animals and pop culture and animal news and stuff like that. Check out the Let's Talk Wild shorts for celebrity pets and celebrity animal encounters and interactions. Okay. Yes, y'all know I'm already gonna mess up a word. Y'all already know. But I also want to say shout out to other people that checked on me and my family and just show love. Because you guys know we're here in Maryland. People was checking up on us after the bridge collapsed here. So shout out to y'all for checking on me and my family. I hope everyone else is doing well and safe. Okay, so make sure you guys subscribe. Let's get into it. So we have research published in the Scientific Reports Journal. Y'all already know how I do it. I'm gonna pull myself down, pull up the research and stuff like that, and then I'll come back up and give my thoughts. Okay, so let's do that, and I will leave timestamps for you guys just in case you want to skip forward and go back and stuff like that. Okay, so yes, let me pull me down, and we are going to pull up the research. Okay, let's pull it up. Let's pull it up, and I don't need to be in this. Okay, so this is the research. It was published in the Scientific Reports Journal this month. And they are suggesting that python farming may be a flexible way, an efficient way to respond to global food insecurity. According to the research, let's get into it. Let me get comfortable. Oh, I forgot to bring my hot cocoa up here. hmm I forgot because I can't drink coffee anymore. So yeah, hot cocoa is gonna be the thing, honey. So yeah, let me pull up my notes so we could get into this research. I'm not scrolling through. I got my own notes for the research. But according to research, conventional livestock and plant crop systems are faltering. 12% of the global human population is unnourished, and acute protein deficiency in low income countries is compromising workforce productivity and development. Global food security is predicted to worsen with global change. Infectious diseases, diminishing natural resources, and climate change are having significant and compounding impacts on the agricultural sector. Many conventional livestock systems fail to satisfy the criteria for sustainability and or resilience, and there is an urgent need to explore alternatives. Yes. So I guess we ready to get into it. The snakes. First, listen, first it was the mealworms and then the crickets, honey. Now we're on to snakes. Yes, the reptiles, okay? Cold blooded animals are approximately 90% more energy efficient than warm blooded animals. In the context of agriculture, this energy differential readily translates into a potential for higher product efficiency. Mm. It is partly for this reason that the aquaculture and insect farming industries are currently experiencing rapid growth rates. Like insects, snakes are a traditional source of protein in many tropical countries, and their consumption is linked to important food medicine, and cultural values. Let me take a sip of water. Tongue tied, honey. As demand for snake meat, oh my God, I can't believe I'm even saying that, snake meat, and coal products has increased in line with development, so have production systems. Over the last 2 decades, snake farming has expanded to include more species, production models, and markets, partly as a result of competitive agricultural advantages. For example, some snake production systems require minimal land and fresh water. They can rely on waste protein from other industries, and some snake species have specialized adaptations for mitigating their impacts of environmental shocks. Another reason for a recent expansion is appeal. Reptile meat is not, unlike chicken, high in protein, low in saturated fats, and with widespread, culinary appeal, okay, aesthetic and culinary appeal. Scientists examined the potential of pythons as a novel form of livestock for commercial agriculture. To achieve this aim, they studied the growth patterns of two python species in two commercial farms in Southeast Asia. They assessed growth rates of juvenile snakes and conducted feeding experiments on a subset of the snakes to assess production efficiencies and key variables influencing growth. They compared the data gathered during their study to the results of research on other agricultural species, both warm and cold blooded, to assess the potential of commercial python farming to enhance food security in the context of global change. So let's get into the results of the study with the snakes. The pythons grew faster in the Vietnamese farm than in the Thai farm, likely due to a frequent feeding regimen. Other I'm trying to say the python's species name, honey. I'm getting tongue tied. Reticulated, yes. The reticulated pythons grew faster than Burmese pythons. uh, reluctant to conclude that this species exhibits faster overall growth rates in the wild, or that the growth potential of the reticulated python exceeds that of the Burmese python. Growth rates are very flexible and driven primarily by food consumption. Burmese pythons in both trials in Vietnam had faster growth rates than the Thai pythons, and overall snakes in Thailand were offered less food than the Vietnamese pythons. Okay, so let's get into the positives and negatives. Okay, so the positives: the snakes have a rapid growth rate. They can tolerate long periods of fasting without substantial loss. Oh my gosh. You know what? I don't care. Like, I get tongue tied. I mess up some of the words sometimes, but I embrace it. I don't care. I know how to read. It's just my accent. Y'all hear it. Y'all hear it. Y'all hear how I say certain words. It's just, embrace it. And that's what I tell, like, other people that are like scared to come up and talk about things. Like, just embrace it. Like, if you got a little stutter, if you mess up a word or two, it don't matter. Come out here and do what you need to do. Okay. Period. The people need to hear it regardless. Okay. All right. Back to the positives and negatives. Okay. So the snakes have rapid growth rates, can tolerate long periods of fasting without substantial loss of major mass or jeopardizing their survival. Python farms produce fewer greenhouse gases than warm-blooded livestock systems because the pythons produce low volumes of feces. They display a few complex animal welfare issues commonly seen in caged birds and mammals. Reptiles seldom transmit zoonotic viruses such as swine flu, bird flu, and the Rona. Now, the negatives is The snakes did have some respiratory issues during a study, and feeding the pythons can be labor intensive because of the current necessity of removing them from their enclosures for individual feedings. However, the labor costs may be offset against the need to only feed pythons once per once per week. Ah, I gotta slow down, child. So now we're at the conclusion, honey. Our study suggests that python farming can not only complement existing livestock systems, but may offer better returns in terms of production efficiencies compared to existing warm blooded based livestock industries. Pythons are more efficient mass animal protein producers in countries with a cultural precedent for eating reptiles and where food security is increasingly compromised through the impacts of global challenges such as climate change. Reptiles offer an efficient, safe, and reliable source of protein. To exploit that potential, we urgently need more research into the agricultural potential of reptiles and the most efficient. See, I almost had it, honey. I almost was ready to do it without a mess up. And the most effective and humane ways to produce this novel group of livestock animals. Oh, honey, that was a lot. So let me come up and I'm gonna give my thoughts on that. Okay. Yeah, that was something, wasn't it? Will you guys be eating some pythons and whatnot? Or would that be something you would be interested in? Please leave a comment down in the comments. I love hearing what y'all got to say about this stuff. It's a no for me. Like, it's a no for me. Like, I mean, I wouldn't snake farming. Just another I just feel like it would be just another thing to just be, because do you think like everybody, if that was a option, how many people in this country would, eat the snake? Would you be making money or would you be losing money? Because I feel like that's something you would be putting money into, but the reward, um the income coming in is not going to equal to the money that you're probably going to put into, housing the snakes, the labor. They talking about they got to move these big old snakes, honey. They would be like, honey, let's not do big snakes unless the big snakes will like cost way more. But then what would you do? Like small snakes? Could you imagine walking into the grocery store and there's a pack of like chicken tenders? It's going to be snakes. A world that we live in. You can't just not think about this stuff, because once they put this out there, they do this research and all of that. It's like, is this something y'all really want to do? But like I said, I don't think the money would. I think they would lose money. Because how many, you would have to really do an extensive survey of all these different states, different cities, different counties, different towns, of who is going to be interested in, eating snakes. Is this even worth, putting the money into doing it? Like, would it matter? Do y'all think it would matter if the money just went to waste? Would it even matter? I don't know, but I'm not eating those snakes, and it is what it is, if anybody else wants to do that, whatever, that's whatever they want to do. Uh yeah. So that's my thought on the farming part. It's like, okay, whatever. Like, mm-mm. Okay, so let's get into some more research, because I wanted to let you guys know about the pythons. Okay, here. Oh, I gotta share my screen again. Hold up, y'all. That's why I had timestamps to help the people. Yes, let's share this. hmm So this is some information that I wanted to read. The Burmese pythons in Florida has been a major issue, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. Burmese pythons. Uh, hold up, let me get my stuff together, honey, because it's not showing my full script. Y'all know I love a good script, like having my notes and stuff. Yes. So the Burmese pythons were confirmed to have an established breeding population in the Everglades National Park, and they, established this. Researchers did some stuff, and some research. Of course, researchers doing research, what they do in 2000. So this has been known, and these Burmese pythons are trying to take over the Everglades, but the people are fighting back. Okay, so the population has since expanded and now occupies much of southern Florida. They are invasive species that consume many animals and have altered the food web and ecosystems across the greater Everglades. So, they down there out there catching them daggone Burmese pythons, honey. They be having competitions. It's just like a thing. And I do have some thoughts on that, but I'll save it. I want to finish up with this right here, some more Burmese python information. Let me get down. Make sure it's okay. My phone going off, honey. The conservancy. I hope I'm saying it right. I just feel like it's just, the way I talk, it just is gonna mess it up regardless. But since September 2023, the Conservancy of Southwest Florida has helped control the spread of invasive species effectively and humanely. They report that 30,000 pounds of python have been removed from approximately 150, hold up, square miles in the southwestern Florida. Okay. Now, the Conservancy president and CEO, Rob Moher, states if we can continue to target breeding female pythons for removal, the results are twofold. We are keeping the invasive snakes from multiplying and reducing the overall impact on the native wildlife population. So, yeah, so they've been battling, honey, down there with them Burmese pythons. It's been a rough battle, but they doing what they need to do. So I ain't mad at it. I do have a question though. I always wondered if, like, did do the snakes that they get, like the pythons, do they use the skin and stuff or stuff? Like, can you give that to a designer, like the people that's going out there and hunting these Burmese pythons? Can you give it to like a designer and they can make like a Burmese python purse? Like, I feel like that is a more reliable, I don't want to say reliable, but a more, mm, I don't know, a sustainable, because that's what all the fashion people are saying now, sustainable, sourced sustainably. um I wonder if this would be, a way for, because I know like the fashion houses are stepping away from using fur and all of that. And some of them are still making like reptile handbags and stuff like that. But I wonder if this would be a better source option for that, not getting reptiles from a farm, to make a bag, you know, or make some shoes. I feel like go in and take these Burmese pythons that they is trying to get rid of in the Everglades, honey. I take it off your hands. I'll take it off your hands. I need me a Burmese python bag. Somebody gonna say, where you get that bag from? The Everglades. Not like JT. What JT say? Crocodile Birkin from the Everglades. No. No, no. But the Burmese python, the invasive species, honey. Okay, that's trying to take over the Everglades. We gonna turn it into a purse. So I'm gonna look into that and I'm gonna give y'all like my thoughts and an update because this is a never ending thing. I feel like until they can get it under control. But we'll do an update, of course, on what's going on with the Burmese pythons because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be, something crazy. Y'all already know how the snakes do. Somebody's gonna find the biggest of the biggest that they could ever find, or a big, huge nesting thing. Like it's gonna be a whole lot. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on that because that is something that I always wanted to know, like, so what are you going to do with these pythons that y'all humanely put down? And it's not their fault, but at the same time, we cannot have these snakes here destroying our wildlife. It's just not right. I just, you know, the irresponsible, animal illegal animal trade, and sometimes it's not even illegal. It's just these animals were okay at one point in time. I'm not even talking about the Burmese python because I don't really know like the real deal with that. But it's like other animals brought from different countries. This isn't their home, but they've made it their home. They've adapted. Now they're breeding and taking over and they're eating all our stuff. And it's like a domino effect. And it's like if you don't get it under control, honey, it's just gonna keep going and going and going and going and going and going. But scientists are doing what they need to do. It's a bunch of different organizations, helping with these invasive snakes. So yeah, but the eating the snakes, honey, that's a lot. That's a lot that they asking, honey. Yeah, that's a lot. Like if they talking about the labor of, feeding the snakes individually, because like that's the thing, like I guess they will want the snakes to be really big so you can, you know, section it off and use more of the body than having these little uh snake strips. That's what they would be called, honey. On sale now. New snake strips. No. Mm-mm. Python snake strips on sale. You get a 5 in a pack for 6.99. Honey, they might have it real low to start you off, honey. They might have it real low. Hold up, 5 in a pack for $3. They might have it low. They might start low to get you into it, right? Then once you get into it, they going inflation. It's like a pack of 5 is 10.99 now. You want this python? Oh my goodness. Python pastries, honey, no. Mm-mm. Meat patties, no. Steak spaghetti, no. What else we got, child? Uh I mean, to the people that have to like eat snakes in other countries or they just do it because it's a cultural thing, more power to y'all. But Like I said, I'm not for it. You guys let me know how you guys are feeling about, wild cuisine, python farming. Scientists want more people to eat snakes. Make sure you guys leave a comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to Let's Talk Wild on all podcasting platforms. Check out my YouTube shorts for celebrity pets and celebrity animal interactions. And also check out the other lives I've the reviews and recaps for Naked and Afraid. If you don't watch the show, you might want to watch, okay? Or you don't have to watch. You could just watch me tell you what's going on with the episode, okay? Regardless, you know how I'm coming. Shout out to everybody that watched and showed your girls some love by watching, supporting, liking, subscribing. I am on the road to 2,000 subscribers. So help your girl out. It's free. And y'all already know what I'm going to say because the cat is ready to come in here and yell at me because she is hungry. Okay, Cleo, I'm coming. Just wait. Okay, so love yourself, one another, your pets, and the animals. I'll talk to you guys. No, I'm not going live on Thursday because I got some things to do. Um, I'll talk to you guys on Saturday. I'll go live on Saturday. I have something that I want to talk to you guys about. But yes, love yourself, one another, your pets, and the animals. Bye.